Hello my lovely and underrated witches. I'm the powerful and overworked merciless witch, and in today's video it is finally time to let out my frustration about Scott Young, which indeed is in my opinion one of the Dead by Daylight's biggest freak and racist ever excited on YouTube. We're going to talk about how badly he is handling his viewers and why he almost destroyed even careers from other YouTubers. Since a lot of YouTubers like Schmuckles, Dead Girl Jimmy, and other are in the narcissistic way like he is, because you know, control freaks likes to control everything. I know nobody could have thought, but let's say that my opinion isn't a very high or good one about him. But before I'm writing a whole freaking site as an intro, should we start in the video, shall we? Act 1. Destroying True Talent's career. Do you want to know my witches? How did I find out about Scott Jund? Well, it is very easy. In a night from April 2022 did I research about True Talent, a YouTuber with controversial takes about in the Dead by Daylight community, which used to be once in a time being one of the best YouTubers, but did a lot controversial stuff and lost his popularity after a time. I wanted to do an exposed video about him because an ex-witch of mine showed me on how bad he is in the game, and how he is always crying about survivors or killers being too OP in the game, aka what anyone is now doing these days, because apparently is crying better than accepting that you lose sometimes in a video game. But let's go back to Scott. Our lovely Scott Jund had a little over a year ago some stress with True Talent, where Scott tried to defend himself for choosing a clickbaity title, thumbnail, and read a root opinion that it is meant to be as a direct message to him, because Twitter does he have, but doesn't generate him any money at all if he would have talked about him with the sudden topic privately. The topic was, by the way, on how True Talent's opinion are bad, which he did in the start of the video gave a lot of valid reasons to know, like the opinion about True Talent. With that being did, video started to being more and more into a shit show where he criticized him for unneeded and stupid stuff. Anyways, a few days later did True Talent streamed on Twitch and used a stupid to mimic Scott Jund's voice his opinions, because he got overrun from his kids communities, which are legit trying to cancel anyone and everyone which just doesn't like Scott.
I don't understand. You need to explain that again. Yeah. No, that's not logical. What are you on about? That doesn't make sense.
Even me they tried to shit on. Scott of course snapped like the crazy Yandra he is, and trust me, he will do that again, as you will learn very soon in this video, and said that True Talent has something against people with disabilities, because he made a funny voice. Does that now mean that Scott Jund is a racist because he is breathing air? Maybe. I mean, it would have been the same bullshit as he tried to do with True Talent, but then shit started to burn down because again, True got cancelled from #StanTwitter from 12 years old, and had to say something. But before we have to move on, do I have to introduce to you someone new in the bullshit party called Jennifer Denise? Well, if I understood it right from watching several videos about this shit show, is she the girlfriend or wife from the crazy Yandra, which likes to sell that she is so nice and wants to protect humans with disabilities, and called him an asshole because her English is worse than mine, I guess. Well, it is fine that this girl, or as Dead Girl Jimmy would have called her, chick. Sorry, I know I have to make my jokes here. Had to apologies for the little man Scott, because Scott can't apparently do it for himself, and it would have looked weak to his kids community, which are thinking that he is the king, and everyone else is trash. What happened afterwards is that Scott Jund snapped like the little Yandra he is, and raged about True Talent for 200 years, because he couldn't get True Talent to say something badly or stupidly on Twitter, because True Talent does that stuff for a long time. My Yandra witches. But before I'm continuing on what he did, do I want to ask you, my witches, if you still remember that one charity event which is Dead by Daylight doing for collecting money for puppiers? Well, you can guess what Scott did. Scott created a fucking group on Twitch, or streamer group, I don't know how to call it, where they're all shit talked about True Talent and mentioned to remove him from the charity event. Yes, you heard right. Scott Jund used his contacts and removed True Talent from the event because Scott Jund lost an argument.
This is what Morph had to say. You know, this is again events after this now, so leading up to Papa's tournament.
Going to be a special event for Poppers? There is. You hear the news about it? Somebody got kicked out.
But yeah, which is kind of disgusting because that's a missed opportunity for True, and that's a missed opportunity for his fans, I guess, to be a part of this. But
I'm sorry, but can't you? I don't know how to say it in your language. Wait, let me think about the perfect words. Okay, I got them. How about you get your shit together? What the fuck has to be wrong that you are A, crying for your girlfriend because you're lost an argument and she had to apologize for you, and B, removing someone from a charity because you can't get your shit together about losing an argument? It's called in charity to collect money for puppiers, and not the Scott Jund event where he snaps like a Yandra. You just all created all this for getting clout because your whole content is so dead boring, zero quality, while even having an editor for your channel which also likes to snap like crazy, which we will talk talk about him soonish. If you need more YouTube money, should you do better content, and not the boring bullshit which anyone and everyone can do. I hope these words are perfect for you, because via an email didn't you wanted to reply, because yes, of course, I sent him an email, and yes, of course didn't he reply, because those YouTubers won't never take for once the side for creating good explanation for once. Anyways, where was I? Yes, because this wasn't it, my lovely witches, because before a few weeks ago did he started to harass again True Talent. I think I need to hammer my face to the ground while listening to cupcake music, because else can't I understand this pain. It hurts so much, it is so stupid, and just continues to create drama out of thin air because his channel apparently nothing else to do. So after I did calm down, let me explain you on what True Talent got cancelled again. He got cancelled because of this following clip here.
Alright, so I had like these horrible comments. I was like, what the hell, this is so random. I looked at it. First comment on channel. Never commented before. All 10 of them, or whatever it was. I deleted some of them, so they're gone now. But I left, I think, 3, something like that. And I checked all the profiles, and they were all Indian. Don't know why. So I was like, who sent all you Indians? Like, I don't understand why all of you are Indian, and you're all saying horrible things. Apparently it's racist. Don't know. Asking a question why all these horrible people were saying horrible things from India for zero reason. Like, where have you come from? Is racist. So they have, yeah, they're Indian. I don't know why. Like, it was so random. Like 10 people, all Indian profiles, saying nasty shit. It was, I was like, this feels like someone sent them, right? So who sent you?
Yes, he said that he had 10 Indian people commented under his YouTuber rude things, and that's it. It's probably how I would even call it like it, because since my main language isn't English. I can also understand why he said that in a stream, because in my stream on Twitch or YouTube channel does that viewership from India not exist, which means that he got trolled from some people which are trying to cancel him for being an racist, especially when he isn't one. But do you know which person has something against Indians? Oh my good, look at that. It is the king itself, and that even on 2021, which means that he could have even been those 10 accounts, because I'm sorry, but don't you think, guys, that it doesn't look suspicious at all? And do you know who did make the screenshot? True Talent. Excuse me, but this is now going on my nerves. Like, I tried, and I really mean it, tried as hard to find something stupid about True Talent, and yes, I'm not agreeing on a lot of his takes neither. But does that mean that I have to bully someone and ruin someone else's career because your Yandra mindset can't chill there for a minute? True Talent just got new followers back, and now he is losing followers again because of your interaction. You can be happy that you don't live in Germany, because that is something what we call jobslendering, which by the way would have given you up to 5 years into prison, my lovely Yandra sweet pie. Like, I don't know where you live, but you should have be careful, because do you really want to go to prison because you need that attention so badly? It also doesn't help that you like to give your editor some attention, because he is planning a video about True Talent, because his video editing style is worse than mine. So we really don't need to see that shitshow, right? Or do I have to watch now again over 100 videos like I had to do it on the Schmuckles video, which completely didn't gave me covet after this? No. So what else? Being racist to others. Wait a mo. Act 2. Being a Yandra racist. What is worse than a Yandra, which is jobless and bullying a man because he lost an argument? You're right, being a Yandra, which is a racist and calls everyone red a root. And yes, I say the word because in every other country of the world is that not a bad word except for America. But maybe it will trigger some of you. And since I watched so much Schmuckles content, will I include now crazy conspiracy topics in here, because A, it is easy, and B, that I at least reach some of you. So I want you guys to see this clip and this comment again, aka the two drama makers.
Alright, so I had like these horrible comments. I was like, what the hell, this is so random. I looked at it. First comment on channel. Never commented before. All 10 of them, or whatever it was. I deleted some of them, so they're gone now. But I left, I think, 3, something like that. And I checked all the profiles, and they were all Indian. Don't know why. So I was like, who sent all you Indians? Like, I don't understand why all of you are Indian, and you're all saying horrible things. Apparently it's racist. Don't know. Asking a question why all these horrible people were saying horrible things from India for zero reason. Like, where have you come from? Is racist. So they have, yeah, they're Indian. I don't know why. Like, it was so random. Like 10 people, all Indian profiles, saying nasty shit. It was, I was like, this feels like someone sent them, right? So who sent you? That's
Done watching. Good. Now I want to show you this screenshot, which is from True Talent, because why not using the sources themselves? If I would be now schmuckles but also somehow being merciless_witch, so I can prove that we, Dead by Daylight content creators, don't have any Indian viewers on our channel, but being crazy as hell, could we, maybe just maybe argue that those channels we may be created from a sudden person which doesn't like Indians at all? Well, I googled at least one channel called Football Dinias, and it seemed to be this argument, at least for the other channels. So I watched for the other channel which spammed him any bullshit on it on this day, and guess, I didn't found those channels anymore, even when searching with the filters. So my theory here, it might be probably a troll for those other channels which are coming from Scott Jund, or maybe it is maybe Scott Jund himself. But what I did found that he said once the N-word, and that he still owns an apology up for it, which he doesn't want to give for the retard slur, or the N slur. And if you think that I'm lying, look at this. He doesn't want to say his sorry. He admitted that he did it, and he arguments that it was a long time ago. Dude, you probably hurted people with your behavior, and still you are so cocky, and think you don't need to make apology just because it's now ages away. You didn't apologize, which is even worse than Aaron or Asili's apology. How much disrespectful do you want to be? Oh hole, and for those which are thinking that retard is a bad word, he said it more than 270 times last year. I mean, I sent him an email where I asked him on why he said, and on what he is doing to prevent that in the future. But hey, he didn't wanted to answer and decided to trash talk his own viewers because they are questioning him stuff. Oh shit, wait, wasn't that Act 3? Well, never mind, but I also like how you are calling True Talent again a racist, while you are just one LMAO. Act 3, handling his viewers like trash. Scotty, my little Yandra, I'm here to clean up the bullshit which you created, and don't worry, we will come to a sudden other person into Act 4 which I destroyed while eating. Anyways, I semi-showed you already in Act 2 on how he treating his viewers, or at least followers, but I want to take a look on other tweets from him because this is easier to destroy than Dead Girl Jimmy. A follower under him wrote the following comment.
How is it years later, and you still creating drama? Can't stay relevant without crying.
Which yes was mean ask, but you also have to handle such situations as a YouTuber. I know that for in fact for myself, and the only thing which he said was,
I think you need to search the situation more.
Which is translated from Yandra language to,
no EHHH, I'm right, show me proof EHHHRRR.
And is indirectly telling the viewer from his to shut the fuck up if he isn't on the side from him. Another tweet said that Scott said worser things than that, and that no one gave a damn about it to cancel True Talent, and he answered with,
because they already gave me shit last year when this was relevant. I wasn't given a free pass.
Or translated in Yandra language,
me NOOO, I got also bullied. That's not right, no. You just didn't saw it.
Which is telling again in an indirect way to shut up if he didn't see the situation from his side. A third tweet is that Scott said something racist last month ago, and that he is now accusing him as a racist, and our lovely Scotty said this.
I did. What did I say last month?
Or in Yandra language, perfect, ha 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 ha. I will show you one more tweets since you are probably getting it. The fourth tweet is if he could stop telling people if they are retards, especially when they are coming from an other country, while he said on Twitter,
I did stop a year ago,
but probably snapped crazy like he did once on Discord, and is translated in Yandra language.
Stop saying that, stop saying that. I'm perfect and you're not. Stop saying that.
This is just a little taste on what he is saying openly to his Twitter followers, which anyone can seize, but privately we saw how he snaps. So I decided to find some people which were or used to be in his Discord server and talked with them on why they are not anymore on this Discord server. Well, and you can guess is, the man himself banned those accounts because they said something against them. What the fuck? And I really do mean it. What the fuck has to be wrong with you that you are banning your viewers from your Discord server because you can't win an argument? My point here is that he is treating his viewers worser than others do. Like what the fuck? But do you know what I don't like? Narratives. Act 4, ripping apart the editor's video. Hi, sorry for interrupting my complete rage about a man-child which is snapping more than a Yandra, but his editor actually uploaded a video. I want to give a few words out of here because if I already make my nails dirty, should I shove my whole hand in it so that I'm done afterwards? He is basically just white knighting Scott here because you know, he is editing for him if I understood it right, but there's some sudden points which I want to rip apart because A, I like to rip apart stuff, and B, look at my fucking name. The first thing which is rubbing me very, very badly that he is thinking that True's viewer base are the victims. Look, he is even writing that down because you are miscrediting the whole community from him in a whole while saying that he saw more stuff from him because he used to watch him a lot. I could write again and fully page on why my head is hurting already while reading this, but I won't do it because I did that already enough in the video. But what I also don't like is that he is saying that he changed too much and is telling us basically that change wouldn't be normal in real life or on the internet.
I've been in your community, I've seen things that outsiders just wouldn't. I used to watch your streams daily during coding class when I was bored, instead of doing my work, which I probably should have done. I really respected you. I don't know if you changed or maybe I did. Regardless, the problems I've discovered are so fundamental to your personality, or at least the way you conduct yourself, that I just can't ignore it anymore in good faith.
I really hate when people like to pretend that change isn't anything normal at all, and just saying, this is trying to make the people more emotional in the video. I hate that, and it is a very shady tactic to justify your argument. The next point I want to talk about is how he said that bad creator are getting ignored if they are talking about something controversial because no one like changes, but do you know what I don't like about it? The part where he said that Aaron and Dowsey are such great YouTubers.
Part of the community, which I'll assume everyone is for the sake of argument. You've probably seen some of the biggest figureheads of the community. Otstarva, Baru, Dowsey, Aaron, JRM, and a ton of others. Most of these people do their absolute best to spread a positive message and promote a wholesome environment. The ones that don't tend to be swept under the rug and not really talked about because they don't really represent a chunk of the community. Dead by Daylight has a very loud, albeit, minority of people who take the game super seriously and berate people who have certain opinions on the game. Most people, though, are calm and collected and treat the game more like an actual video game than an esport, because that's how most popular streamers treat it. Except for one. Meet True Talent. If you don't know who he is or the drama that surrounded him for years, good for you. It's a
So apparently a racist, which is copyright striking other people content away, and a liar, which is still crying a few months after he got his purple shirt removed, are now guardian angels while True isn't. Tell me that you want to create a narrative while you can't tell me that you want to create a narrative. Yuck. I also like how he is indirectly telling that calling other people out is toxic, but hey, you do you. I expose other content creators which are lying to their community for views while you are editing for one. As next he is talking about on how nice and how lovely everyone it is while trying to sell us that True isn't it. Yeah, I think I don't have to mention that anyone, and I do mean almost anyone, are toxic in the game because of some sudden YouTuber videos, but hey, you do you my Yandra editor. What next is coming up? Well, after this is a scene coming where he said that he is trying to tell anything as objective as it is because he wants to explain us what happened before and why the situation is as it is right now. Following things here again.
To fully understand where all this drama started, I'll need to create a cohesive and digestible timeline to the events that happened and why they happened. Bear with me, I've never done something on this scale before, but I'll do my best to keep it as accurate and objective as I can. At least closure. For the sake of transparency, I want to make some things abundantly clear to everyone watching. Yes, I edit videos for Scott.
A. This doesn't make sense because he said in his very start of the video that he is editing for Scott, so we can already tell he is sided. B. He told us a whole 3-minute on how he is sided and that he can't and won't be as objective, which is weird. And C. I can probably think that he won't probably say what happened with Scott's girlfriend or wife. I don't know, and his crazy snapping attacks. I don't know it yet because I'm writing here a live reaction in words, but hey, let's see if he is really such as objective as he is trying to sell us. Next clip, he is showing the viewers the video where everything started, with Scott's video without showing the title or naming how the video was called because the video was called something, a message to True 3.1 ent about nerfing SWF, Dead by Daylight, which shows us that this editor will be probably going into a narrative and older witches and those channels are knowing what narratives are doing. For those which are new here, narratives are basically giving you information but leaving sudden important informations away so that the news or article about someone looks much more worser as it is. Narratives are being used from a lot of news sites, but usually getting used from stuff like Fox News, or for our German viewers here, The Bild. Those articles, news or videos want to create more drama out of nothing because people are interacting more with the news or videos, which is giving the creator of those narratives, of course, more money and more pushing from the algorithm here on YouTube. Yes, he isn't monetized, but if he should reach the 1,000 followers, which he will probably soonish because of the video, will he and his videos are creating him then a shitload of money even when he said that he doesn't want to earn any money in the very same video. How iconic. So the next part did I skip a bit because he is talking about how SWF is unfair or not, and to be honest, I'm not here for that because I'm here to see if he is leaving out important information, which he did already a few times. Important mention here, he overanalyzes a comment from True Talent and likes to credit him that he is forgetting some stuff what Scott said. I don't like because people do forget sometimes stuff, especially on a topic on like this where everyone trashes True Talent, and even I do it, but this shows in which direction he is trying to go. Again, nasty part.